Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to day 16 of 30 days, 30 inner upgrades. Today, I want to talk about something very small but extremely powerful. Something that weighs almost nothing but can destroy relationships, hearts, and even our good deeds. The tongue. Because Ramadan does not only test our hunger, it tests our words. The comments we make, the jokes we throw out casually, the sarcasm we hide behind, and the conversations we have when someone is not in the room. Today's reflection is about the tongue test. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam once asked his companions, "Do you know what backbiting is?" They replied, "Allah and His Messenger know best." He said, "It is mentioning something about your brother that he would dislike." And they ask, "What if what we say is true?" The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam reply, "If it is true, you have backbitten him. If it is false, you have slandered him." Think about that. Even if it is true, it can still be a sin. And the difficult part is this: backbiting rarely feels like a major sin. Sometimes it feels like conversation. Sometimes it feels like venting. Sometimes it feels like harmless humor. But Ramadan is meant to make us aware of what we normally overlook. Not all harmful speech sounds harsh. Sometimes it sounds polite. Sometimes it sounds like a joke. Sometimes it hides behind sarcasm. Sometimes it appears as passive aggression, a comment that looks harmless but carries a hidden sting. And sometimes the most dangerous words are the ones we say with a smile. A sarcastic remark, a subtle insult, a comment meant to embarrass someone in front of others. It may get a laugh, but it may also hurt a heart. And hearts matter deeply to Allah. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam said, "A person may speak a word without thinking about it, and it causes him to fall deeply into the hellfire. Just one sentence, just one careless moment, that is the weight of the tongue." Now let's discuss why Ramadan trains our speech. There is a reason Ramadan emphasizes restraint. When someone argues with you while you are fasting, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam taught us to respond simply with, "I am fasting," not to win the argument, not to respond with sarcasm, not to prove a point, just silence. Because sometimes the strongest response is restraint. Ramadan trains us to pause before speaking, to ask ourselves, is this kind? Is this necessary? Is this something I would say if the person was standing right here? If the answer is no, then silence may be the better worship. Here is something that should make us pause. Imagine fasting all day, praying at night, giving charity, reading Quran, and then losing the reward because of the tongue. The scholars says the tongue can erase good deeds faster than the body can perform them. One careless conversation can undo hours of worship. That is why Ramadan reminds us. Fasting is not just about controlling hunger. It is about controlling harm. And most harm begins with words. So today, let us take a simple challenge. Before every comment, pause. Before every joke, pause. Before every conversation about someone who is not present, pause. Ask yourself, would Allah be pleased with these words? If the answer is yes, speak. If not, silence might be your best act of worship today. Thank you for being part of day 16 of 30 days, 30 inner upgrades. If this reflection spoke to your heart, stay with this journey. And tomorrow, we will talk about another silent struggle many people face in Ramadan. Until then, may Allah purify our hearts and our words. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Righteous Islam by Muhammad Hafiz Harun. Mas Salam.